Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Unknown Cameras. In this video we are going to be going over the Zeiss Ikonta 522-24. Yes, that's the camera's name. It is a mouthful, but that's the name. This is a tiny 35mm camera. This is a scaled focus camera, which means you don't look through the lens and it doesn't have a rangefinder patch, so you literally have to kind of guess or estimate your focusing distance. Now that may sound painful to you, but that's because it is. Now I'll be the first one to admit I'm not the most experienced when it comes to scale focusing. This is my first time and I'm willing to admit it didn't really work out all that great. But before we get into the pictures, I would like to show you how this camera works. So to open up this camera, you want to pull down on this tab and out pops the lens. Right on top you have a cold shoe and a very useless dial here. The film advance will be located at the bottom, and to rewind your film you want to press this button and rewind the film. Now this right here is your frame counter. To open up the camera you want to pull down this tab right here, just like so, and there it goes. I'm now going to load in some Tri-X 400 into the camera. So to fire the camera, you want to cock the shutter and then pull down on this lever to release. You'll find your focus ring right in front of the lens, and it ranges from 3 feet to 20 feet to infinity. Now, right on the side of the lens here, you'll find your cable release screw. And it works just like that. This is where you find your shutter speed dial. And right over here will be your aperture ring. Now to close up the lens, you want to pinch these two little sides here, and it'll just basically close all by itself. Just want to make sure you lock it. Now the last thing I want to mention is that the tripod screw is actually in this thing. You just gotta unscrew this little screw. Just make sure you don't lose the little tripod socket tab, because you won't be able to replace it. Without any further ado, let's go shoot this thing. So it is at this time where I decided to do a bokeh test, or a background separation test, or wasting a shot test. Basically what I do is I open up the lens wide open, in this case 2.8. I focus to the minimum distance, which in this case is 3 feet on this lens, and I take a picture of a subject, in this case myself. And for what it is actually kind of impressive in my opinion. I mean, you've definitely seen a much better background separation before, but for considering what the camera is and the camera size, not bad. After I performed that very important test, I decided to finish off the roll at a friend's warehouse. So I'm the first to admit that the photos that you just saw aren't the greatest. Like I mentioned earlier, the scale focus thing didn't really work out all that well for me, and I don't want to leave you with these crappy black and white photos, so I'm going to show you the crappy color photos that I got with this camera. So while I was out shooting this roll of Fuji Superior, it came time where I thought that I finished the roll because the camera wouldn't advance. So I decided to rewind the film. And then this happened. Oh my god. That wasn't rewinded all the way. Now it is. Great. Lost a lot of shots. That's alright. Actually, no, it's not alright. This camera sucks. So yeah, as you can see, it somehow jammed. While advancing the film, in the middle of the roll, just shooting it, it jammed, and then rewinding the film, it jammed again. That's why I thought that, you know, the film rewinded all the way, but it didn't. Is what it is. Either user error or camera error. I don't know who to blame. I could blame myself. I mean, why would I ever shoot this camera? Anyways, I think the best photos that I got out of this whole roll of film was pictures of my dog under my bed, and you just really had to see for yourself to understand. This little guy was right under my bed in a little bin full of clothes, and I just had to get a picture. And when I say a picture, I mean several. Yeah, these are by far my favorite photos of this whole entire video. So yeah, like I said, not the greatest photos. I actually really enjoy the color science behind this Carl Zeiss Tessar lens. It is really something else. Will I shoot this thing again? Probably. At least not anytime soon, because I got other cameras to shoot. But yeah, this is just going to be another camera to my collection. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found that camera somewhat interesting. I do apologize for the lack of uploads lately. I've been going through some things, but I have been filming a lot of stuff, and I do have a lot of stuff coming your way pretty soon. I have a few more videos planned out for this unknown camera series that I started, and I'm actually really excited to work on that. So yeah, with all that being said, till next time.